Tansei, welcome everyone. Tansei ni Dimtek, Tanis Peranto, and Itsigasan Naya Apitawe Go Season, Tegitawak Nitotsin. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Tanis Peranto. I'm a member of the Métis Nation of Alberta from Region 6 in Peace River, where I currently am right now. And I'm the events and media manager at the American Indian Community House here. And I'm here to welcome you to the American Indian Community House's Native Theater Thursdays, a virtual reading series done in collaboration with the Eagle Project and First Nations Theater Guild. Tonight's play is LA Christmas Trees, a Movement by Victor A. Charlo and Zan Agzigian. Sorry, Zan. Directed by Betsy Theobald Richards, featuring Northeastern visual artists Honni David, Aslan Tudor, and Winter Brown. The mission of the American Indian Community House, AICH, is to improve and promote the well-being of the American Indian community and to increase the visibility of American Indian cultures in an urban setting in order to cultivate awareness, understanding, and respect. AICH is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization serving the needs of Native Americans residing in New York City. AICH was founded in 1969 by Native American volunteers as a community-based organization mandated to improve the status of Native Americans and to foster intercultural understanding.
And Kwam Kamel Muhemo, greetings. This is Opalanya Ted Pierce coming to you from a very snowing Lenape Hoking, and I'm a proud member of the Nanacoke Lenni Lenape Tribal Nation, along with being the founder of Eagle Project and member of the American Indian Community House of New York City. And it's so wonderful to be here again with my friends and colleagues, Tanis Paranto and Ty Defoe. This program, Indigenous Futurism, which is an AICH economic development initiative, creates new channels of economic opportunities for youth and Native people. So please donate. It's that time of year, everyone, to AICH by going to www.aich.org/donate.
And boo to the Jew, everyone. Saguli, Tai Defoe, Indigenous Kaz, Waswagadan, and Dunjaba from the Oneida and the Anishinaabe nations. Also here in Lenape Hoking territories, very, very snowy. And I am so excited for this play this evening. We have visual artists as well as actors, and really great to be with Betsy Theobald Richards this evening, a director. Representation matters, folks. And we also wanted to welcome our neighbors from intertribal lands across Turtle Island, the many nations and communities across the country who've come together to learn and engage, and in particular, to empower our youth. And that being said, I wanted to actually introduce our first visual artist we have with us this evening, Aslan. If you want to come on to the Zoom space here, and introduce yourself to the folks out there in the virtual space. And I know you've created a piece tonight that talks a little bit about this topic that we are going, in this play we're going to be, the LA Christmas Trio movement. So Aslan, I'm going to turn it over to you for a moment. Can you introduce yourself and share your work with us?
Yeah. Dagatesh eat Aslan Shitalish eat lay Python. I said hello, my name is Aslan. I am Lepon Apache. And I made this Christmas tree out of Legos because cool that way. And yeah, I made this thing out of different pieces and things to represent parts of the story. And
It looks really great. And I noticed some of the details. Do you want to show us some of the details of this and tell folks at home, if they don't know what materials this is made out of? It looks like Legos. Is that Legos or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to point out some of the details? Yeah.
Yeah, the topper is a snowflake. Kind of hard to tell. My first snowflake ever made. And there's this Lego person here to just represent some of the characters. And I got little ornaments all around and lights. Got another guy over here. I got a eagle feather right here.
Ah, fantastic. How long did it take you to build something like this, and what was your process in making it?
It took me, I don't know, 2 days of not fully working on it the entire time, obviously. But yeah, I did it between 2 days. And kind of just went through, I tried something at first, but then I realized I didn't have enough bricks, so I did this cool idea with the panels, just leaning on against the side. So, and I also don't know if it's seen well. I did something cool with the trunk. I added these pieces to the bottom of the trunk to make it look better.
Wow, I see that. I see like the trunk attached to this like platform and another little tree next to it.
Mm-hmm. And this little these little cave wall here's that around.
Ah,
We should give it a little more chunk feeling, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely look at a piece like this and I'm like, wow. Like, so I know you also do visual arts and you also write, and you are part of our Native Futurists doing some performing and acting. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Some of your other artwork as well? Just, we have a few moments for that. And then, Mhm.
Yeah. I was on the youth thing, and so I made a little stop motion to represent to do one for one of the scripts that we were practicing and having a little fun with. So I made a stop motion out of Legos again. But
Yeah.
Legos are really good to do that with, and Legos are easy to build with. So that's why I use Legos a lot.
I remember that. That was so great. You are so
Yeah.
talented. You are so talented. Really appreciate you making this work and being part of Native Youth Futurists. So, if folks want to reach out and like get in touch with you, how do they find you over the like? And you and your mom, are you all on Facebook? You have a website? Like, is there?
Yeah. My mom is Facebook. I'm also an author, a published author. So I wrote some books that the first one is called Young Water Protectors, and the second one is Young Native Activists. So there's that.
Nice. So if we look up the books, we'll be able to find you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, thank you so much for creating this work for us tonight. We are so thrilled to have you with us, and thank you for sharing everything that you do, Aslan. You are just a role model and very excited. Everyone's excited by this piece. Yes, excellent. Thank you. And Opaline, I'm turning over to you.
Yes, thank you, Aslan. That was fantastic, and it's so wonderful to see our very talented youth take part in our series. And so now, without further delay, here is the play: L.A. Christmas Trees, a movement by Victor A. Charlo and Zan Agzigian, directed by Betsy Theobald Richards. Enjoy.
L.A. Christmas Trees, a Movement by Victor A. Charlo and Zan Agzigian. Time, pre-holidays, December 1967. Places, Montana, Flathead Reservation, West Los Angeles, Wilshire and Santa Monica Boulevards. Opening, Part 1. Res, Montana. Stage is sparsely set with rolls of twine and 2 sawhorses. Artie is using these items to bundle trees. Artie is wearing a cowboy hat, coat, and gloves. Ray enters wearing a suit. He isn't aware of Artie and vice versa. Ray walks down center stage, stops.
Sam Coleridge once said, "We have to enter certain places with a certain amount of belief. At the same time, we have to suspend our disbelief. When I snap my fingers, the stage, we believe all will believe all we say and do. Welcome. This is a magical world of places where you have been and not been, of places you have heard and not seen." Douglas fir, all of them? Artie, I'm talking to you.
We're baling 900 bundles of 6 through a bundle. I'm using the sawhorses here, tying them up from the base, stacking them. Just waiting for the spirit of the U-Haul.
Do you think these are good enough to sell? Because if I wanted to be picky.
The goal here is to make money. Lots of it.
See what happens when you get me in a suit and start drinking cheap wine? Obligations start to mount.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it means I've been shirking my responsibilities. It means the U-Haul is more than a dream.
We can sleep in it, too.
We'll make beds somewhere on the way.
Yank a few trees out of the back, lean them up along the side of the road,
Yeah, find our own space, lay out our blankets.
and keep one eye open for the tree snatchers.
Doing here in Vegas?
Aren't you the gambler wearing that suit? Careful. Don't get any sap on it. They'd think you'd been crying. Jokes.
It's my money, Artie. And I can put it any way I want. This time, we're betting on trees. This is a charitable organization that we're running, and the money is going to the orphanage, right? The Satchmo McDonald Foundation. Secretary of State, registration 501c3, don't tax me, in LA. And there are plenty of rich people that want to help the poor, especially if they can't see them. I'm going to change. I'll be right back.
Ray exits.
LA, here we come.
Opening, Res, Montana, Part 2. Lights up on Artie, Satchmo, and Ray huddled around a phone held by Satchmo. Ray holds a Yellow Pages. He hasn't had the time to change and is still in his suit. Artie is brushing himself off. He has been working with trees all day and night.
I had no time to change.
Exciting, isn't it?
Hey, give me the number.
It's right here.
Satchmo slowly looks down, dials the number.
Is this U-Haul? Do you haul?
What size do they have?
We need the biggest one they have.
Shut up. Let me talk. We need the biggest truck, and we need the biggest trailer. We're taking a load of trees to LA.
Don't tell them what we're doing.
What kind of mileage does the big one get?
Oh, that's a good one, Ray. That's a good one. What kind of gas mileage does the truck get? What?
20, at least.
More like 15. I'd say 15.
12 miles. City, county, reservation?
No bet.
I hope you are ready for this.
Oh, put me down as the driver, okay? Yes, I am over 18 and I do have a valid driver's license.
Don't think you're getting any special favors from me.
How much is it going to cost?
You're going to pay for this.
I'll cover it.
You couldn't rub two wooden nickels together.
You're just a redneck.
Oh, who's a redneck? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, lady. It's going to cost about $600, right?
That's a whole paycheck.
Okay, we'll be there to deposit today.
No sweat, man.
Satchmo hangs up the phone and Ray, Artie, and Satchmo exit. Opening, Part 3. Christmas tree lot, Los Angeles, California. Stage is set as a tree lot with stacked trees not yet set up and big bare lights strung around on a cord in a triangle. Artie, Satchmo, and Ray walk swiftly across the stage, stripping off heavy clothes. It's 1967 December in West LA on Federal Way between Wilshire and Santa Monica Boulevard in a parking lot in front of a Mexican-American Catholic church. Satchmo waves goodbye. Ray shakes Artie's hand.
Thanks.
Thanks for what? The gig is going to last at least forever.
Do you think we'll make our fortune here? Right here? In front of this mission?
It's not a mission. It's a Mexican church.
All churches were once missions. You won't convince me otherwise. Mexican, no Mexican.
Renting from the Mexican-American Catholic Church, there's got to be a lot more to this. What's the marketing campaign? What a marketing campaign just dropped neatly into our laps. This is brilliant.
After services, all those prayerful people spilling out the front door. Bam, here we are. Smiling Indians selling trees. I never thought it'd be this way. I thought bottled water would have been the first commodity we offer these poor bastards down here. Not Christmas trees. Oh well, what do? You gotta please your customers.
Hey, it wasn't a scot-free deal. It took a little negotiating. Remember what the chief taught? Jokes. You can't go empty-handed into the circle.
What do? Dismet, sell the farm?
We had to put up 10, maybe 20 trees of donation for the cause. Are you willing to take a cut right off the top? I'd say so. It's a negotiating thing to do. It's a neighborly thing.
Neighborly? What did we do?
Artie here wants to know what drove your bargain with the Mexican black robes.
Well, that creature needed trees, and you know, Artie, you can't have a creature go without a tree at Christmas, can it? No, it can't. It can't even go without one tree, and it can't definitely go without 2 trees.
Or 3 trees. Or 4, or even 5. Yep, this crutch is going to be in the middle of the forest.
In the middle of the Montana forest. Remember that. Now let's get this slogan right. From the forest to the streets. Real Montana trees, fresh cut from the forest to your home. Hey.
And the school asked for a few as well. 4 to be exact. Oh, don't really know why the crutch needs more trees in the school.
In case the live donkeys make asses of themselves and decide to destroy the set, you know. And, you know, there's this, I know some people like that kind of thing.
All right, so 10 trees down. That's not too bad. Thanks for the negotiating.
Hey, LA style, get in there and start shooting. Hey.
Now, what all do we need to paint the picture bright? Artie, you're the business manager. We're going to get you the decorating committee some money. Get you some dough. You know what to do with it.
Yeah, I forgot. Another part of the bargain is that we get free electricity.
Oh, well, we get to plug into the neighbor's juice.
Yeah, they said that there's a plug on the other side, and that's their donation to the cause.
Paying it forward.
Lights down, fade out. Movement 1. Lights up on tree lot. Chauffeur and Richie join the scene. Chauffeur mimes getting out of a car. Richie is in a suit and mimes sitting in the back seat of a car. Chauffeur leans in to open the door for Richie. Richie gets out of the car and heads to the lot. Chauffeur hangs back as Richie goes off on his own. Artie and Ray are there to sell.
You must have heard our ad on the radio.
I don't listen to the radio. I listen to my own music.
You like Santana Man?
Are these trees really $1 a foot?
Last time I checked.
And they're truly from Montana?
Well, we're the ones that brought them there. I'm Bitterroot Salish. And here's my Montana's driver's license. How's that?
Fine. I have to believe someone in this life. Might as well be you, sir.
Hell of
Ray
a
comes
price.
up behind Artie from the trees in the lot and produces the $1 a foot sign.
That's one hell of a price.
Would you happen to have a 20-footer or so?
Or so. Well, let's look around. We got some primos. Come over here. Take a look at these.
Both Richie and Artie creep around the corner to see. Artie doesn't quite know what Ray's up to. The chauffeur laughs and nods his head.
First chance we get to stand one up.
Are these needles going to fall off before Christmas?
Set your watches. When's Christmas? How many days from now?
12, just like the song. On the first day of Christmas.
Hey, hold up. Okay. No further than the first day, okay?
What do you mean, Ray? That's your favorite drinking song.
I don't even know the words.
Makes it a good one. On the first day of Christmas.
My true love gave to me nada, Artie, nada. There, are you satisfied? Of course these needles will stay on. We just cut those 2 weeks ago from Montana. They're loaded with frost on them.
So does that mean they won't fall off before Christmas?
Ornaments never fall off before midnight. Isn't that the rule in everybody's house at Christmas?
It depends on your upbringing.
In our house, if somebody didn't fall into the tree drunk by midnight, we were lucky.
Not so in my house. The children were well dressed in new suits and pinafores, well fed, well gifted. And my beloved wife, now she is the master of ceremonies. We sit back and sip brandy and listen to the children perform a self-produced Christmas concert, complete with carols and seasoned instruments. We entertain and welcome visitors. I thought I'd start special this year with a more rustic appeal. I just began playing polo in a prize mare, and I'm growing quite fond of the smell of dirt. Earth, I should say, when the horses kick up the turf, and if it's been an especially damp morning.
I know what you mean. Nothing like a man and his horse.
That does it. A more rustic look indeed. Wonderful. So many things in LA seem to lie on the surface. This will make it all so real.
Don't always believe what I see.
Richard begins to pull money out of his pocket. It is Monopoly bills. He leans over to pick up some. More fall out.
We have a special holiday arrangement with the Satchmo McDonald Memorial Orphanage to host this lot. If you wish to give separately to the foundation, we're taking donations on behalf of the church. Right here.
We're still in the negotiation stages with that arrangement. We can't collect on it until the papers are signed.
Must be behind on a treaty or two.
All right, gentlemen, I'll take it. However, if my wife doesn't like this tree, can I bring it back?
One condition. You don't bring her back to the lot with it.
Richie pays in real bills. Chauffeur mimes taking a rope from the trunk, a big rope to begin tying. He smiles big, carrying the rope towards Ray and Artie. The chauffeur and Ray and Artie get the tree ready. Movement 2. Lights up on tree lot. Artie enters.
Hey, where's Artie?
Look what I found. Cheap wine.
You don't find cheap wine, it finds you.
Who gets the first drink?
Ray should get the first drink. He was a Jesuit, you know.
Drink up, father.
Ray drinks first, raising the bottle.
Stomach, go frisk. Good one.
What's so good about it?
California sunshine.
Satchmo takes a big drink and hands it to Artie.
Dominico Friscum.
Artie
Time to
takes a
go
big
back
drink
to the
and looks at the
jungle
bottle.
for a couple more jugs. I'm getting used to this lot. The lights, the trees, like it's ours.
Feel settled in.
I'm ready to sell a lot of trees. The UCLA Indian Club is coming our way. Always take advantage of a volunteer.
Artie gets ready to go off to get more wine.
Hey, don't run off just yet. I have something that I got to tell you.
What's that?
What's that?
Well, boys, I'm leaving. So you can't leave because I tell you that I'm leaving and then leave myself.
Leave?
Leave? You're not leaving.
What are you leaving for?
They want me home for the holidays. Jokes. I've been asked to give a speech at the university. It's important for the cause.
What's the topic? How to get drunk on cheap wine?
Not pay a dime in government money?
No, actually, it's on how to under budget and overspend. Hey,
I know. Making prune juice a commodity. Pruno making primo vino on the res.
hey, I'm leaving. I really have to give this speech. I hate missing this scene that we set up, you guys, but I got to do what I got to do.
You have a return ticket?
Oh, it's at the bottom of the bottle, Artie. Hey, why don't you get some more? Hey.
Here. Take this. It's a write-off.
Artie accepts the cash and exits. Lights fade. Interlude. Ray takes Artie aside in the lot. Satchmo picks a book up from the ground. He begins to look at it.
Kilimanjaro is a snow-covered mountain, 19,710 feet high, and is said to be the highest mountain in Africa. It's the western summit. It's called the Masai, the house of God. Close to the western summit, there is a dried, frozen carcass of a leopard. No one knows, and no one has explained why this leopard was seeking at such high altitude.
Satchmo closes the book and exits. Fade to black. Movement 3. Artie and Ray at lot. Artie is playing with the radio, trying to get music on it. Each station is country only, nothing else.
Can't get anything but country on this thing. In the middle of LA. I don't see any fairs or cows or ranches around here. What gives?
It's the groove, man. Oh, look. A cowboy never left Hollywood, Artie. Jeez. I thought you knew that by now.
You're saying out here we're just urban Indians? Open season this holiday season?
Afraid we're going to get ripped off or something? Everything's taken from us under our noses.
Don't think it won't happen. This is a righteous cause, and nothing negative will come between it.
We hear a meow, meow.
You hear that?
We hear a meow and a meow.
What?
The snow leopard.
Don't know. Never heard one before.
We hear a meow, meow. An invisible cat appears. They pretend to interact with the cat.
Ah, look what we have here. Boo, boo. Meow, meow. You must be one of those UCLA volunteers they promised to send us. Good uniform. Where are the rest of you? They all scrawny like you?
Scrawny but useful. What a great lore. People will see him, a friendly little cat, and they'll want to follow him right into the lot. He'll be good for business. He can stay.
That means we have to start feeding him.
Probably a church cat. Church cats don't ask for much. They chase church mice.
Suppose so. A real mission gambler.
Just staking his territory. Like us.
We hear a meow, meow.
We'll know if we have to start feeding him. He'll let us know. That's for sure.
The mice will come to us in the middle of the night asking, do we smell bad?
Time will tell. But what happens when our stint here is done? What happens to, meow?
We'll adopt him out. Beat him when he speaks his cat language. Prepare him for the white man's world. No better way to break him than to make him work for his place in the holidays.
If you can sign an X on the dotted line, we'll make you chief.
We hear a meow, meow as we fade out. Interlude. The stage becomes the trailer. A little refrigerator on wheels is wheeled out between a couch and two chairs. Enter Artie and Ray. Artie goes to the chair, sits, and plays with the fridge.
Pretty good day's take. Oh, what you got there?
Yeah, we got at least 200 here.
Oh. So are we going to keep this cash? We have to figure out a safe place.
I've been thinking. Let me show you.
Ray joins Artie in front of the fridge. He sits down, stares at it, and points at it.
Yep. Let me show you.
Artie opens the fridge door.
I've been keeping it in here, see?
Artie shows him the rest of the cash being stashed in there.
Oh, cold hard cash.
Show me the money.
Fade out. Movement 4. The stage is the lot again. Cop number 1 enters looking for a tree. Ray is the seller on the lot.
Nice trees.
Pretty fresh, officer.
I'm looking for a good one.
Nothing but good ones. But my partner and me have come to learn and how everyone's idea is good is different. Let me show you what I think a good one is.
Ray shows him a nice tree.
How much?
Well, 4 feet times 1 equals $4 for that tree. And in addition, for $1.50, you can get a stand. You're probably a busy guy. You don't need to mess around for, a stand. It's a package deal.
Yeah. Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, well, for $1.50 more, it's just a matter of convenience, officer.
Okay. Well, look, I'll take it, but I can't take it right now. I'll be back later. What time are you open till?
Rain or shine, we'll be here for you. We're shacked up in this lot for the duration of the operation.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Cop number 1 exits. Ray takes the chosen tree and makes a sold sign for it, places it on the tree. Ray moves the tree upstage left, exiting stage. The lights slowly fade to night. The tree lot becomes a night lot with dim lights. Artie enters with woman number 1 and woman number 2. They proceed to the trailer setup. Ray and Jennifer enter next, giggling about the cat, holding a bottle of wine. We see cops watching in the dark background as shadow figures.
That cat thinks it's king of this forest. He wants to take a swat at me.
He's jealous, sweetheart. Here, help me with this.
Ray and Jen decorate the tree with empty bottles.
All right, ladies. We have some other business that needs tending to. Let me figure here.
Grassman enters and goes to Artie's.
Hi. You want to smoke?
Yeah, sure.
No, I really don't, but okay.
Artie turns to tickle one of the women and Grassman approaches trailer, disappears behind it. When Artie turns back, cop number 1 enters and makes their presence known. Cop light swirl, cops surround.
Knock, knock.
The women make Artie aware of the cops.
Oh, Raymond.
Ray perks up, kisses Jen, then walks out to the trailer.
Good evening, officer. Looking for a treat?
The cop number 1 turns and Ray recognizes him.
Oh, great. Hi there. Looking for a treat? I have the perfect tree for you.
Ray takes the sold sign from the tree and carries it over to cop number 1.
Here, some asshole didn't come back to pick this up, so you can have it. It's a tree of the day. Somebody's got to have it.
The cop number 1 acts like he doesn't know them.
Anything else, gentlemen?
Can I see your IDs, please? Produce some ID. Everyone, now, please.
Everyone produces the ID, the women too. One woman's ID is under 18.
Why the fuss, officer?
Why all the lights and wow? Why so many of you? We haven't done anything yet.
Is there any alcohol on the premises?
No, officer, none.
Are there any drugs on the premises?
Artie and Ray nod their heads no.
Well, hey, Francesca, 17. Your parents know where you up to tonight?
No, sir. She's with me, officer. She's riding with me.
Hey, the disturbance is coming from that group, Ted. Although I'm surprised, I'm not coming from this house next door. We're talking to them now.
Is this a bust or something?
Cop number 1 nods.
Shh. Should we go?
You better. And take Francesca with you.
I thought this was supposed to be a wreath making party.
Wreath making party? Really? That's another item for my wife. It's on her wish list. I haven't seen anything like it. Do you have any?
Well, no, because...
Oh, if you have any, I'd like to see them.
Well, we haven't gotten to that far. Wreath making is the equivalent of first base during the holidays.
Jen giggles and runs behind the tent and comes back with a nice wreath.
When did you get the time to make that? Dang, Jen, that's beautiful.
The cop number 1 admires it.
Is this Montana Indian made?
No, I'm not Montana Indian officer. I'm from Venice Beach.
Oh, how much you want for this?
No overhead here. Sell away, honey.
$5, is that okay?
Sold.
They exchange the gift of the wreath and money.
Can we be left alone now?
Cop number 1 exits.
After all that fuss, they come up empty-handed.
Yeah. Good thing the grass man left when he did.
Well, ladies, what do you say we sing some Christmas carols and get on with the evening? Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
8 out. Movement 5. Artie and Ray are at the lot. Off stage, a testy customer exclaims,
Are these trees fireproof? Here's fireproof in a can. Fireproof.
Ray produces a can of fireproofing. Testy enters the stage wearing a trim coat, form-fitted hat, and gloves, 1967-ish.
Is this all the selection you have? Just what's right here?
Right here is our lot. It's enough. I mean, I wouldn't go hunting buffalo or pushing the boundaries.
Then you're saying this is it.
What it is, what it is you're looking at. It's something big.
I'm almost certain that your idea of big and my idea of big are not the same, believe me.
Well, we can go either way. It can be about peace, love, and joy. Peace and joy, love, joy alone, or none of the above.
I don't know the Spanish language very well, so excuse me if I don't completely understand what you just said to me. I just never got used to it.
And how?
I met one like you at a producer's cocktail party. I thought I recognized you from somewhere. Don't you remember? Bruce's Lounge. The bear, cats, the pink squirrels. How did that spaghetti western end up shooting anyhow? Did you get to meet him? Finally?
Meet him? Him? Who him?
There you go again, pouring on those cultural moods. Clint Eastwood. Did you get to meet Mr. Eastwood? That's what you talked about then at the party. You couldn't wait to meet the man.
Meet the man, eh? Well, Clint wouldn't be my first choice. Look, I can sell you a tree, but I can't keep up with that memory. I'm already lost.
Then you are not the Mexican actor waiting for his big break in Hollywood? Oh, honey, my mistake. Thought maybe you hadn't made it, given the fact that you You.
I've been reduced to selling Christmas trees.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Anywho.
Mi casa no es su casa.
Yeah, that kind of talk flies right over my head. Let's just make this easiest on everybody and...
Testy seems to bore of the conversation instantly and begins to scrutinize trees. Ray is getting a little testy himself, taking offense to the woman's presence. She strokes the branches, squeezes the needles between her fingers.
How long will these trees last? Will the needles stay until Christmas?
Artie has just completed a transaction, overhearing their conversation, and is placing bills in his pocket. He joins.
These needles are Artie. From the heart. Cut 2 weeks ago. Just drop an aspirin in the water pan.
No. That's for roses.
He's right. That's a rose trick. You his brother? Partner?
I'm his father's friend. It's sugar sister, Tish. That's what you drop in there.
Yeah, Tish.
There you go again, speaking that Spanish. You know I can't understand when you talk like that.
Artie is confused, not knowing the rest of the story. Ray holds up his hand.
Don't bother.
Testy is making her way around options.
$1 a foot. $1 a foot. Foot. Yard?
Blackfoot, have you any wool? Yes, chief, $1 a foot.
I'm really tired of this. And lady, I don't think you're helping any. The best thing to do is to make us a deal and be on your way. Christmas is a-comin'.
Had enough of me already. I seem to have that effect on people. All right, I'll take a chance.
We like chances. Lots of them. This is Last Chance Gulch.
What's your offer?
I'll take a 12-footer, your best.
We're hoping to make big bucks, and we just end up screwing ourselves.
Sounds like you need a financier, a business counselor, perhaps.
We are our own counsel, thanks. Deal with me. Let's negotiate.
All right, so it's $12. I'll see if I have exact change. Do you take plastic?
Nope. Cash on the barrel head.
The what head?
The manhole cover, then.
You're funny. You are.
Oh, good comedian is always on time. Want to stand for that, mother? It's $1.50.
$13.50 then.
That's the math.
Somebody's got to put it on, though. I don't do that sort of thing.
We'll do it for free. Just go stand over there. Pun intended. And I'll put it on right now for you.
Artie comes in with the tree.
Here's your tree.
Enter Testy's husband, who has been waiting too long.
Are you done yet? Are we out of here?
I'll be done when I'm good and ready.
Is this paid for?
Yeah, but I need to put the stand on it.
What are you having up? You don't have to put that on there. I'll put it on when we get home. Let's get going. Where's the stand?
Oh, here you go.
Ray hands the husband the stand, and the husband takes it.
See how he is? Always rushing me. Stop rushing me.
Thanks for your business. Peace, love, and joy.
Yeah, peace, love, and joy.
The husband and Testy exit arguing.
Leave. Off the lot. Go away. Scram.
Now.
This must be what they mean by the stress of the holidays. Frontline retail. What a bear.
Now, calm down. Let's get you some cocoa and try and learn some of that damn cat language. Meow, meow, meow. Hey man, my pants are bulging with cash. How about you?
The lights dim as Ray and Artie make their way to their trailer upstage left, counting cash from their pockets. The fridge is rolled out again, with 2 chairs and a small couch. The fridge has wads of cash in it. Artie looks in his pockets and takes out cash and begins counting. He sits down in front of the fridge.
That's a cool 200.
Artie tosses his wad into the fridge. Ray counts his own cash.
It's a mere 150.
Not bad, not bad.
Ray tosses his wad in the fridge and closes the door. They rub their hands together. Fade out. Interlude. Lights up. It's the next day. Ray is in the lot with a salesman in a suit. The salesman is just shaking Ray's hand. Ray is cautious of the man and his pitch.
So let me get this straight. You're working for the KLLA, long on the lows, right? And you're selling radio ads.
Yes, that's right. KLLA 93.3 on your FM dial.
Rock and roll hoochie coo, right? I think that's the station my partner listens to.
Most listen to in LA. I have the stats to prove it.
The salesman begins pulling papers out of his portfolio.
No stats necessary. Demographics. That's what I'm interested. What kind of people do you reach?
Well, people like you, of course. You and that family you just sold to. The young set?
And you'll create the ad if we come up with script.
Well, we'll create the whole thing for you. But you said you were gifted in that department and could come up with something catchy on your own.
I said that?
I think you did.
I was pulling your leg. I can't write myself out of a paper bag.
Like I said, we can cover all of that. However, it'll cost more if we do the whole package.
So, unless I get clever real quick, let's see. If you don't want to get your hands dirty, don't come to our lot. We have a cat, frost-laden trees, just cut.
You got to think short. Short. This is only, say, about a 30-second spot. 30 seconds goes fast.
All right. Not if you're being scalped, it doesn't. Jokes.
Yeah, point well taken.
All right. How about Montana trees just cut, bargain, come down to our lot.
That's more like it. A little Christmas music. We tag the address to the end of that and bang, you have 30 seconds.
And what? This is a seasonal package deal?
First year rates, laying the foundation for
next year? Next year. Right. Why not think ahead?
When you go longer next year, you can graduate to a bundle package. Some of the most listened to time slots. As we cultivate our relationship, we can increase our campaign.
People having their morning coffee, full page spread, driving to work stuck in traffic, they look up, and there we are. Billboards. Maybe one day t-shirts and frisbees.
Now you're talking. See, you could become a corporation.
We're a charity, man. We're doing this for a cause.
Charity. What charity?
Well, the Satchmo McDonald Foundation. It's an orphanage on our reservation in Montana.
You don't say. Well, if you have the nonprofit paperwork to prove it, I can offer you on nonprofit rates.
Well, hot damn. I'm just not sure my partner has the papers back.
We can figure out all those logistics later. So, what do you say?
Montana, LA, Christmas Trees, Inc. campaign, huh? Let's get into the trees.
All for the children.
Yeah, the kids. All for the kids.
Even trees that are less than desirable will be sold if you run an ad. Trust me.
Yes way, Jose.
Lights dim and salesman and Ray exit, shaking hands. We hear the radio ad as a voiceover. Music fades in, native drum mixed in with jingle bells. Christmas trees fresh from the Mission Mountains, Montana. Come to lot today. Frost still on the branches, even in LA. Wilshire and Santa Monica Boulevard, $1 a foot. Christmas around the corner. Don't procrastinate. Music fades out. Movement 6. Lights up. Enter Artie and Ray arguing about what they will do with the rest of their trees.
But we're running out of time here, partner. We only got a couple days left on this lot lease.
You don't think I know that? I know, Artie. I know that best. I want out of here ASAP more than you, so ease up. I see 2 options.
2. What 2?
1, last day, we just take him to the dump.
After all that cutting, bundling, stacking, hauling, shit.
Oh, 2, we just give him away. Gigs up, Artie. Gigs up.
Thought it was going to be easier than this.
Hey, don't hang your head too low. We done good. Cheer up. It's Christmas. And we're heading home, hombre.
How about a miracle? Still believe in those, Ray?
Miracles are for the movies, Ray. Artie.
Look around. We are in Hollywood.
Yeah, but the miracle happened on 34th Street, right? That's New York City, Artie, not L.A. Miracles happen in New York City. Artie, they're crushed in L.A.
Now I know what Sitting Bull must have felt like after Bighorn.
Miracles are for people who don't put cash on ice. Let's have a plan.
Dump them. Just dump them.
Where?
At the dump, maybe.
You really have given up.
I know a guy with a pickup.
Who?
Lightfoot. He'll take him.
Jerry Brown's agent enters and approaches Ray and Artie. He's wearing a suit.
Oh, maybe that's him now.
I doubt it. He doesn't wear a suit.
What's he want?
Maybe he wants to take all these trees off our hands.
Maybe he's your miracle, Artie.
Hi there, fellows. How's business?
It was good until you got here. Now I'm nervous.
No need to be nervous.
Men in suits make Artie nervous.
I'm Scott Barnes. I'm Jerry Brown's personal attaché, aka I PR for him.
Must make good money.
I work for drinks.
Now, Artie, why didn't we think of that?
Do I have a deal for you gentlemen?
Miracle. Amazing. We were just talking about miracles.
Deal. A deal. Then again, maybe it will seem like a miracle depending on your circumstances.
Circumstances are tough. Soon we'll be moving off this lot and onto a reservation. Sucks. They don't leave us much choice.
They're taking our horses, our cats, forcing us to march.
Yeah, forced march through all that desert, over all those mountain passes.
The agent gets ready to say something to them. Ray holds his hand up.
Deals. We love deals, buddy. Especially coming from Charlie Brown.
Jerry Brown. Jerry.
Yeah, good old Jerry Brown. What you got? Make it quick.
We got a stage to catch.
You're almost a politician, right? You guys learned how to talk fast, so here's your chance. Make your pitch.
Sure. Well, Mr. Brown's been very occupied with coming to, how shall I say, common ground on issues involving the Black Panthers.
Why, you don't say.
Yes, and, well, he's been making headway all week, if you can believe that.
I'm not sure I do believe that.
Artie's been listening to the radio. He's up on all this protest crap.
Yeah, that's about the size of it. If Indians aren't in on it, it's just a fly on the map.
But if it has to do with Christmas trees, then maybe you can convince me to believe anything. Try me.
What kind of headways is he trying to accomplish anyway? I can't quite figure it out.
To make a long story short, he's put Christmas trees on the negotiation table. And that's why I'm here. Simple as that.
Clever. Why didn't our chief think of that one?
Charlo never put up a Christmas tree, as far as I know.
Gambling with Christmas trees. Now that's a one big stick game. Let me get this straight. Jerry Brown wants Christmas trees. Our Christmas trees.
Needs Christmas trees. Needs them.
I've never heard such a crazy thing. I mean, according to the radio, things are getting pretty heavy. Something simple as Christmas trees.
Sometimes it comes down to something simple. Something simple as this. You two seem like upstanding citizens.
We don't need green cards like some of these other sorry sorts around here. I thought we had it bad. These banditos down here, they're treated worse than we were.
For them, the hell continues.
But that's another story, eh? You can't solve the world's problems with one stinking Christmas tree. Right?
Not sure. Not so sure. Miracles do happen.
Here we go again. See what you started? Why us? Why our stand? There are tons of other stands in LA.
Not many Native Americans selling Montana Christmas trees in LA, guys. Fact. Name me another one.
How about Custer's Last Lot down on the edge of Sunset Boulevard? I hear they shoot wild there.
Funny. Jerry warned me about you guys. Always joking around, real characters.
Us? Characters? Nah, you should meet our relatives.
What's Jerry Brown know about Indians anyway?
He knows you're funny, and he wants to buy trees from Native Americans.
You mean a minority of some kind to show his diverse side, his open-mindedness and compassion.
You know, this could be our ticket to ride. But I'd like to see some money. Are we talking cash in this deal?
I was on the plane with Jerry, and he said, go find some Christmas trees to give away.
To the poor in need. I guess the poor blacks in LA.
It's the least we could do at Christmas, to spread
peace, love, and joy between, sit-ins and bomb threats.
Exactly. So I remember driving by here for lunch one day last week and saw your site.
Artie, I knew those smoke signals would work out somehow.
And how? It was a hell of a lot easier to puff out Christmas XMAS. The other way would have taken all morning.
Thank God for those X's, man. They saved the day. Not.
Yeah, right. Tell that to Charlo.
Your site is the perfect candidate for this campaign. So I called the church, and they
said to come straight down this way and smooth talk us into some trees for a good cause. Sounds like our pitch.
Yeah. What goes around comes around. So, what's the deal here? What can we do for Jerry Brown and America? What can we do to save us from ourselves?
Donate some trees, perhaps?
Donate.
Donate?
Donate.
As in free?
Home of the free and the brave? How many are you talking?
Well, let's see.
Scott, excuse me a minute. We want to talk this over in private.
Sure.
Ray and Artie head away from the agent to talk.
How much did you say we have in cold hard cash?
Well, after that radio ad you bought us.
Hey, that ad ran fast and got us a quick crowd.
Okay, I'll admit, it was a successful ad.
Let me see your teeth. I don't see any skin off of them.
Okay. So it was a good idea.
Now, that didn't hurt too much, did it? Cheese.
Come on, Ray. These guys are in the hot seat. Least they can do for us is bailing them out give us a donation to our cause.
A cause for a cause. I agree.
It doesn't help to try. Let's just ask.
All right, let's go.
Ray and Artie return to the agent.
We have about 100 trees here left. You know 100 people?
Do I know 100 people?
Better yet, do you know 100 Black families that'll want a tree?
That's a very good question. I'm sure we could get a list from our food program.
Contact some churches, they'll know.
We could take, say, 50 off your hands?
All or nothing.
All or nothing. You sure?
All or nothing. We don't want to play around here. We're at the end of our journey. Done deal.
He's got a point, Scott. We really do want to get out of here, and quick. Our lease is up in a couple of days, and whatever we have left over, we're responsible to get rid of somehow.
What if I came back in a couple days and took what you had left off your hands? Could I get them for free then?
We're not down here for our health, you know. I mean, we wish we were for a for-profit corporation, but we're not. We're here for a cause, our own cause, the Satchmo McDonald Foundation. It's an orphanage back on our reservation.
Can you at least make a donation to our cause? If you do, then it's a deal.
How much of a donation are you thinking?
Say
300 cash.
300, huh? What if when I come here in 2 days, you only have, say, 20 trees left over? I mean, fellows.
That's the risk you take.
Unless
what? That word always makes me cringe coming from you.
Unless you give us that $300 donation right now and have someone come ASAP take all these trees we have left off our hands.
If I give you an address, can you deliver?
Nope. Delivery is not part of the deal. We don't have a truck. $300. Have your people come and help themselves. We'll just leave the door open.
Well.
The agent digs into his pockets and counts what money he has on him.
Well, okay. Okay, it's a deal. Here you go.
He hands over $300.
I'll arrange that now. Do you have a number where you can be reached?
No number. Just your word.
You're probably thinking, haven't these guys learned their lesson by now? Trusting on a handshake and a word?
Not at all. I'm a firm believer of the American way. Well, mission accomplished. We appreciate your partnership and hope during these turbulent times. Thanks again, and Merry Christmas.
The agent exits.
Merry Christmas, Merry Schmishmass. How about that? Does this feel right to you, Ray, now that it's done? I mean, I don't like being rushed.
You're just not used to getting what you want without wearing a three-piece suit. Yeah, how about that? Off the hook. Just like that. Everything about it was right, Artie, everything. Well, we've made our wages and then some. Let's go.
I want to sell it like everybody else, but I feel like a big sturgeon that's just been hooked.
Think we'll get duped by slinky panthers? No joke.
Maybe joke. Maybe this is a sign. You know, those magical, weird, strange happenings that take place right before the holidays?
It's a Wonderful Life. Angelic magic?
Miracle on 34th Street. You know, that there is really a Santa Claus.
Well, do you really believe that?
Miracles? I believe in miracles. Yeah.
And so do I. And ours just came from Jerry Brown and Scott Barnes. Call them angels, call them politicians. I call them $300 cold hard cash and off a leash. We could just wrap up this operation early and call it a season, Artie.
Yeah. I did promise my family I'd be back in time for turkey.
We'll be over. You've been an over-dedicated employee. That's all. You brought it into the product way deep and became a humble servant to this lot.
Me? How?
And look at you. You made this lot your second home. Trailer, cold hard cash, vault, lights, cat,
Cat? No more cat. See, there is a sad scenario included in this deal.
Sad scenario. You made #1 salesman. We did it. Consider yourself a success. Tiger, what are we going to do with our newfound girlfriend, Artie?
We hear a meow, meow.
We renamed Tiger Panther. Give him a black beret, arm him, send him to the other side. He is a cat, isn't he?
Yeah, but he isn't black.
They can make him a mole, have a spy on the white side.
Lights down. Movement 7. We hear a truck pull up. A hotshot actor steps out of a big, long van. He's a good-looking tan man wearing sunglasses, tight t-shirt, and expensive jeans, cowboy boots, and a straw hat. Ray approaches the hotshot actor.
Big van, brand new. Could hold a lot of trees. Clearance sale. Want to make a deal?
The actor begins looking around the lot at the trees.
But Ray, what's left is already spoken for.
We never really told Scott how many trees we had left. What's a few final sales?
Hey man, I'm in a sort of a bind. This chick I started dating, she's all into Christmas and it's a long story.
Yeah, we know lots of long stories. Yours wouldn't be the first. Pretty demanding, huh? Wants a tree right now, huh?
How did you know? Yeah, absolutely right. But there's a twist.
Always.
She's from friggin' Montana, man. She remembers Christmas with a real tree and everything. Snow on the mountains, out the window, friggin' hot chocolate by a crackling fire. She's in friggin' LA. I'm all for recreating the dream and all. I'm an actor, for Christ's sake. I can reenact almost anything.
Just as long as she doesn't want a couple of Indians stumbling up on her doorstep.
My partner's right. We can help you out, man, but only so far.
So, my publicity agent, who I've been talking about this chick to, she heard your ad on the radio this morning, so I came right down. Just hoping you still had some Montana trees left. Looks like I'm in luck.
That ad's still running, Ray?
I guess so, but it's not supposed to be.
Then we're officially still in business. I better go call and tell them to cut the line.
Hold on there. 1 minute you want as much out of this lot as possible. Sell, sell, sell. Now we're getting sales from all angels and you want to stop. Stop advertising? I don't think you need to panic that we're here to sell.
You sure we didn't promise Scott a certain amount of trees?
Absolutely certain. That was a gamble, remember? All or nothing. Deal or off the pot. He made the deal.
Well, see something she like?
It's strange, actually. That's not all of it, man. I hope you can help me out.
Peace, love, and joy. Shoot. By now, we're problem solvers extraordinaire.
Well, each year my administrative assistant involves our production company in a fundraiser of some kind, a donation drive to help this or that cause.
We're all out of heart in that department, man. We've served one cause too much this year already. Sorry. But the TP...
No. Listen. This year we procrastinated, and here we are at the last minute, stuck. Then someone on staff, one of our gaffers, shouts, auction off trees, odd trees. Get some unusual trees, dress them up, and auction them off to the highest bidder.
Well, we can certainly accommodate you there. I've got some half trees, you know? Instead of the whole rounded bushy tree, which takes an entire corner, you get half a tree that leans up against the wall, creates that odd illusion that it's coming straight out the wall. You know what I mean? I thought it was a clever idea, but nobody down here has caught on.
In other words, we weren't able to move them. We have a few of those bright idea trees still left.
Wow. I mean, damn. So, is the half tree pretty healthy? Can you decorate it and all? Are there branches sticking out?
Of course. In fact, with half a tree like that, with only half the branches needing attention, you keep it watered, and that trunk puts twice the health into half the branches that are left. So you actually get a healthier branches and, in my estimation, a more unique tree than anything else we can offer.
Let's take a look. How many do you have left?
Well, I'd say at least half a dozen, and they're tall.
Very cool.
Ray leads the hotshot actor to where the odd trees stand against the edge of the lot, leaving Artie shaking his head. Ray pretends to stand one up and shows the hotshot actor what he means.
That is far out.
That's what I say.
Okay. I'll take all of them.
Let's see. There's 2, 3, 4, 6. There's 8 then here.
Right. Oh, right. I can't forget one whole one from a new woman.
I've got a good one already picked out. Best left in the lot for our Montana girl.
Need stands for all these?
Does half a tree take half a stand?
Nah, full stand. But let's just say half price. Usually they're $1.50 a piece. I'll give them to you for $1 a piece. How's that?
The actor pulls out a wad, scrambles through it, and hands Ray a $100 bill.
You saved my ass, man. Here, keep the change.
Ray is astonished. He takes it and folds it in his pocket.
Those orphanage kids back home, thank you. Satchmo thanks you. All the chiefs thank you. Powwows in your dreams, man.
Ray retrieves a bunch of stands and takes them to where Artie is stacking trees in the van.
Here you go. Auction off.
Thanks again.
The actor exits, leaving Ray and Artie standing dumbfounded.
Well, that takes care of the misfits. And you didn't think we wanted to sell any more trees. You, my #1 salesman.
Hollywood never ceases to amaze me. Never. It's unbelievable.
Suspended disbelief. Suspended disbelief. It's how the movies biz makes millions. Oh, I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Ray and Artie high-five and exit. Fade out as the song I Can See Clearly Now plays. Movement 8. Lights up, Artie and Ray enter. Artie is carrying his radio and a backpack. They're beginning to pack, scouting the lot for items to take with them.
I call dibs on the window.
What are you talking about? You don't have enough to carry home?
When we fly, my seat, I want the window seat.
You can't call dibs on the window seat. You know I always get the window seat.
It's not easy to forget. That's why I'm trying to make light of it.
When you fly alone, you can have the window seat all you want.
All right. All right.
Artie looks up and spots Black Panther #1 walking onto the lot.
Not all right. Ray, we got some cats on the prowl.
Oh, they like hiding in this down forest. Too bad they'll run like hell once we clear out of here.
Kind of like us.
Kind of like that, yeah.
We have company.
Black Panther 1 and 2 enter and walk up to Ray and Artie.
Hi there, brothers. Looking for some trees?
We don't need no trees. We don't want your trees. We don't need anybody's trees.
These aren't just white man trees. These are Indian trees.
Makes no difference. They Christmas trees.
We're not even celebrating Christmas, so don't press your luck.
You don't celebrate Christmas? What?
The day White realizes Jesus was a black man, that's the day I'll celebrate Christmas.
You sell much of these? Whitey not afraid to buy from you darkies?
Last time I checked the white man's history books, they called us Redskins, not darkies. That nickname is reserved for you guys.
Yeah, ain't that the shit? That skin don't look red at all to me. Where the fuck they get that shit from anyway?
My grandmother always said the white man is colorblind.
Just plain blind.
Seriously, weren't you Panthers sent by Brown to pick these trees up?
We're nobody's slaves. We don't get sent by any white man. If we get sent, we send ourselves.
Right on. Us too. We sent ourselves here from Montana. Nobody sent us here but ourselves.
Yeah, well, we were told you were going to take the rest of these trees off our hands before we shut down. They're yours, whatever's left. You can do what you want with them.
I hear you guys are good at bonfires. Want to coordinate one big bonfire?
We could arrange that easy.
No, thanks. We don't want any trouble. Besides, cottonwoods make the best bonfires. Cottonwoods down by little rivers, preferably in Montana. Not Christmas trees in front of Mexican missions in the middle of Hollywood.
I get you a heap of publicity, you know, brother.
The radio ads we're running are doing just fine.
You people starving just like us. We seen you in DC walking the People's Campaign. What's up with that noise?
That noise is still our cause. Right now, we're raising money for a reservation orphanage, one cause at a time. That's all we can handle.
You guys are just like they say. You give up too easy.
He shows a gun under his belt.
Time to trade those arrows for bullets.
Not in these hills, brother. But we'll think on your advice for the future reference. We're supposed to close the deal with our partners. With you Panthers.
And that's why we're here. There is no deal. No deal. We aren't accepting no honky-tonk peace project Xmas tree to every poor Negro in LA. They got to come up with something better than that.
As John Lennon said, that includes us.
You sure he said that?
At one time or another, he must have.
Who do we need to talk to? You guys? You in charge? We can't go wasting any more time. I'm getting impatient.
We hear you. We want to be done. Put say, enough already. Me and my partner, we're in charge of these trees, this lot, from the time we cut them down in the foothills of Montana on our own land, and now we free ourselves from them. At this moment, they belong to the lot. To this concrete jungle. They belong to whoever wants them, and not, case closed, no offense, I never voted for him anyway, this Jerry Brown. I don't know enough about what you guys are pissing about right now at this moment, but from what we know, given who we are, I think my partner and me can figure out a few things here. Who died and made him fry bread?
Fry bread? What's that?
Good date, courtesy of Grandfather Rations Too Tight of Washington.
All right, just so we're clear, where are you from in Montana? If we make a way that way, we'll pay a visit.
We're Bitterroot Salish, not from around here. I could go get some packing, and that doesn't mean a pistol at my hip. You can use the wood for burning bonfires, if that's your thing.
There's more than one kind of fire, brother.
Black Panther number 1 and 2 exit, leaving Ray and Artie standing, shaking their heads.
I knew it seemed too good to be true.
Just a minute. You're the one that you said you believed in miracles.
So what do we do now?
We just walk away. The mission man here will figure something out. They're resourceful. They have a congregation. They seem organized. There's a war going on, Artie. Christmas or no Christmas, God or no God. It's about race. These trees, they teach me. You gotta let it go sometimes, not hold on so hard.
One more time, that damn letting go lesson.
Help me get these lights down.
Nah, leave them. They look nice. Like the northern lights.
Okay. All right.
The strung lights around the stage that have been the lot dim to fade out as Ray and Artie exit. Movement 9. It is morning in a nearby cafe. We hear dishes clanging, cooking up a storm. Artie and Ray enter. There is just a counter.
It's December and it's not cold. We're in LA.
Ray and Artie sit.
This is our kind of place. Down to the spoons.
Well, is Debbie here?
I haven't seen her yet. Think she's gonna show up like she said she would? She might not show up, you know.
We told him this was our last day. We have a tree. Hell, we can have a new pick if of the lot as long as it's still there.
LA can steal any of those trees out there. And I hope they do.
I bet they don't have a one. What are you getting?
Ham and eggs. Right now. Because I'm holding out for the hungry mother later.
I hear they have a mother of a burger. Yeah, ham and eggs sounds good to me. Order up.
2 orders of ham and eggs, toast and browns. I'm glad Francesca told us about the mother. Last great deed done before moving on.
You're gonna keep in touch with that woman?
You never know. Too young.
Yeah. You'll never grow up. I never realized how short this trip could be. Almost 4 weeks. Gone like that. I'll be glad to get moving.
Back to Eddie's Club. The only place to drink.
How long do we give Debbie and her kid?
As soon as I'm done eating, I'm out of here. Go check on those trees.
As though it matters. A minute ago, you were asking LA to take those trees out of your hands. It'll be a miracle if the Panthers do anything with them. Don't seem like bonfires are their thing these days.
I've grown attached to those trees. Silly, isn't it? Home away from home. But that's the story. Plain and simple.
Once again, the trees went out over a woman. Oh, you love those damn trees better than anything else.
Is that them? Over there?
No, that's not them. I don't think she's going to show. I think Debbie was just blowing air up your skirts there, Artie.
Your skirt, Ray. Yours. Well, don't leave before me. Make sure I'm done eating so you can get the bill.
Yeah. Since I'm the bookie and I know how fast you eat, You eat like a farm boy. Down before anyone else gets to it.
And you take your time, Mr. Leisure. At least we made wages.
Yep, that's about right.
They get food and pretend to eat.
I like the little girl and her mom. Had interesting things to say about the Christmas trees, like, Mommy, does Santa Claus bring Christmas trees? He does, but this year he asked us to bring it instead, she said to her.
The spirit of Noel. That's what you are.
It all went according to plan. This was a righteous journey.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Mother and kids, undercover cops, Panthers, cats, Mexicans, Catholics, near busted, salesmen, Satchmo, mayhem, madness. I don't know.
We followed the golden rules. Number 1, no one got hurt. Number 2, no one went to jail. Number 3, nobody made any more rules. Hey, I'm done here. Back to the lot.
Me too. As soon as the bill comes, I'm right after you.
Artie leaves, exits stage. Ray waits for the bill and looks out the door. We hear a car accelerate. We hear a voiceover of the little girl and her mother talking.
Well, I did my part. Waited here long enough. See ya.
Ray crosses the stage at a slow pace and breaks into song.
It's gonna be a blue Monday Christmas. All my hopes, dreams, and wishes just crumble in the mist. All I've known all year long, and it was what I wanted, knowing the risk and never getting anything close to my dream.
Ray exits as Black Elk enters.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear cavalrymen in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every treaty that we sign. May the days be free from all fright, and may all your Christmases be red and green, not just white.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Lights down, end of play.
Woo! That was fantastic. Wonderful and funny and irreverent and really wonderful cast and great direction. And I must say, for the ending, Bing Crosby has nothing on our Abby Ybarra. That was that was a great ending. Yeah, really congratulations to everyone. I would like to bring back our writers, Victor, Charlo, and Zan Agzigian. Please, if you can, rejoin us for a brief interlude.
And we'll just have the actors just turn cameras off for now, and we're going to have a discussion with the plays. But actually, we're going to show Winter's illustrations first before we get into the discussion.
We will. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Don't go too far, Zan.
You can stay on
right
camera,
back.
though. Winter, if you're ready to come on, are you still here? Oh, there we go. Great. I will let you introduce yourself, and I will pull up your art as you do.
All right. Well, first of all, congratulations to all the actors and the playwrights and the director. That was awesome. And I was just watching it thinking, wow, like we have some serious talent here in our community, hey? And good job. And congratulations to the writers, because I think this play was written some time back, right? So fantastic that we're getting to see it. And there she is. So Dance, my name is Babonkwe, aka Winter Brown, and I'm from Northern Alberta, Plains Cree territory. I've been based in New York for quite a number of years now. And when the team that was putting together this production reached out with an artist's invitation to participate in this event, the way it was, or the way that I understood it was, that we could present a work of art that was either, somehow tied into the play, the theme of trees, might have been inspired by something in the writing, and or just expressed our relationship to trees. And I was like, cool, this is right up my alley, because I already have some works that are inspired and or expressive of love of trees. What did he say? I love those darn trees better than anything. Yeah, I can relate. So initially I was thinking that I might show this other piece that is already in one of my series, which is called the Nikik series, which means home in Cree. And in the end, I ended up creating this piece as part of that series. So it's my expression of really the forest in wintertime. I'll admit, I'm not a big more Christmas person. I'm more of a solstice person, because my culture is Cree, not Christian. But one thing that I do really love about Christmas is the decorated trees, like just something about the lights on the evergreen trees. And not even evergreen trees. Like I was sharing with these guys, sometimes I actually decorate what I call a solstice tree, but just using like maybe the branches of a sumac tree, but with lights on it. And I was thinking that what I think is enticing about that is that it reminds me of the way that the light falls on the snow, like if you go into the forest when there's snow on the trees. So I feel like that's the energy of this piece. And as an artist, I'm aware that in a similar way that we gather medicines for physical healing, I feel like I gather certain kinds of medicines, both physical and even digital materials, to put into my work to make what is kind of like my offering to the world. So in this case, I gathered images of like photographic images that are like copyright free, and it was like images of just snow on trees, and then I processed it like through layers of processing with digital software. But being a painter, to me, that's totally aligned with like physical painting process. It's very similar, so I consider it part of my painting practice. And this was the result. So this is actually, I wouldn't call it an illustration. It's actually, I call them photo-based paintings. So this is the painting that I just created in the last few days, which is now going to be part of my Nikik series. And Tanis, if you could share the link to that series, if you haven't already.
I dropped it in the chat again here on Zoom, and I also dropped it in the comments on YouTube. So everyone can go ahead and click on that on YouTube.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. So there you have it. Its working title is Winter Forest. I don't even know what ultimately the name of it will end up being. Thank you. And hi, everybody, for your appreciative comments. And this is the premiere, so you're the first to lay eyes on this work, created in partnership with the community house. So yeah, thanks to all you guys for organizing this event.
Hi, Winter. Thank you so much. This is incredible. And we have our last but not least artist, Honni, who just joined us. If you're ready, we can bring you on, Honni. You can talk about your art and I can share it. I have it here on mine. So let me just do my screen share. You can go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about your amazing piece.
Alrighty. Segazawguego, Ali Honni Yungyas. I'm from Akwesasne. I'm Haudenosaunee / Mohawk. I was born and raised on the reservation, and I love my culture. I love all of the shared truths that we seem to share with a lot of different nations across, Turtle Island. And this piece, I wanted to have a mixture of that, a little bit of Haudenosaunee imagery. I have black elk in the top left corner, and a lot of the bits in this performance, this play, that struck me were all the imagery and just kind of the banter between the two characters. And I really wanted to have a juxtaposition between the Christmas tree and the Los Angeles trees there. I forget what they're called. Anyway, so I wanted to have that visual conversation between like the tradition and the place. So I was referencing a lot of like LA postcards in that to get the visual language of it, the hills, the rolling hills and that. And then, yeah, it was a real blast to work on this. I think I finished it around like 4 a.m. last night here in Akwesasne. And yeah, I was really, really happy with how it came out. So usually I'll work pretty late into the night on a piece and then try and revise it in the morning if there's anything that needs to be done. But 4 a.m. did it. It was solid after that. And yeah, I was really was a fan of this play and the banter between the characters and the different people that came in and representations of the time, and really the heart and soul in it, that it was all feeding back into the community and to the orphans, to the next generation, really. And it was such a it's such an important thing. So yeah, that's my piece. That's a little bit about it. And yeah, I was unfortunate that I couldn't see the performance itself, but I'm sure that everybody did a really, really great job. I've met some of the performers before, and yeah, I hope everybody had a good time with it, and I'm happy to hear that people enjoyed the piece. Meow.
Well, you're muted, Rai.
There we go. That was good. Thank you so much, Honni. That was really beautiful, really stunning work, and thank you as well, Wanishi to Winter. Really fantastic. And so now I'd like to, we'll try again, bring on our playwrights. I see Victor is still with us. I'd like to bring back Zan. And so yes, we just want to have just a real quick, little talk back in Q&A. And first, just so everyone knows, the first time I spoke with Victor and Zan was about 8 years ago, and Bill Yellowrobe, who's worked with us, introduced us, and so it's this is so great. Our first time seeing each other, in person, virtually, and it's so great that we're able to have LA Christmas trees be a part of Native Theater Thursdays, even after all this time. My first question is, given that both both Zan and Victor have such a long history writing together, poetry and plays, and I believe they say it goes back around 30 years. How did your relationship start?
Well, Vic, I guess I'll pick this up, huh?
Go ahead.
Start off. Yeah.
Go ahead,
well, I'm in this like this place of just suspended beauty. I first off, thank you to the artists who were so inspired by our work to create such deep, meaningful work. It's beautiful. It really touches my heart for sure. And I'm sure Vic's too. And to the actors and everyone who put this together. The spirit of this evening is so much the spirit of what drives us passionately to write what we write, the way we write it. We are collaborators. And I think we all stand here in the spirit of collaboration, which is just gorgeous thing. Thank you so much. What a great gift. Vic and I met the summer of 1986, and I left the Bronx, New York. I was born and raised in Philadelphia. I left the Bronx, New York to come out to St. Ignatius to be a Jesuit volunteer. And I met Vic. He was my first connection. I was heading to Montana to do a year as a group home parent on the reservation. And he and I became fast friends. We instantly became friends. We were poets first. And so we shared poetry with each other when we first met. And Vic taught me how to play stick game. Remember that, Vic? Yeah.
Well, we had this play, and well, I didn't write plays. I didn't know anything about plays. And Zan knew something about plays. And so I got a hold of her and talked to her about it. And we thought, wow, maybe we can do this. And that's how it started. This whole play, this play that we wrote, LA Christmas Trees, is a true story. It's from my experiences. I'm Ray in this whole thing. I was the guy who, was the one that did all of these things. And thank you, Ray, who was in this play. Thank everybody. I'm just so impressed with all of the players. You were so good and so excellent. Thank you, thank you. And New York, gosh, here we are. New York and Dixon, Montana. Well, actually, we're in Pablo. And this is great. I'm really happy. This really made me happy. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Victor. And would you mind elaborating a little bit more on the inspiration for the play? I know you mentioned that some of the characters are based on true people like Ray and yourself, but in terms of the idea of the play and it coming together, would you mind elaborating on its origins? Who'd ever like to start? I'll throw it.
Well, the play was inspired by the stories that Vic had to tell. I mean, we've got like a 32-year friendship, and just like any friends, and especially lovers of words and like spoken word and expression, when Vic would tell these stories, these stories all became scenes, and it's comedy. So when I was hearing them, all I heard were these crazy exaggerated scenes. And then the fact that I was like, Vic, you mean to tell me there's this much drama surrounding like Christmas tree lots? I never ever thought about that. I never knew that. And it was like, hey, we've got a play here and let's write it. So it's a lot of our technique of collaborating is I'm sitting and I'm kind of scribing stories as he's telling them. This is what it was for all of the plays we've ever written together. Our plays are complete half and half, like a back and forth collaboration. And the lines go back. We would shoot the lines back and forth to each other. I'd be lying on a couch. He'd be sitting in his chair in his house in Dixon, and it would just flow. And so this play had to reflect the times because Vic is a civil rights activist in the books. And he also was the regional director of the Montana of the Poor People's Campaign. Vic, would you just speak a little bit to that?
Well, I was the person at the Poor People's Campaign. I was one of the directors of the campaign. And this was just a small part of the Indian group. And we were always the Indian group. And this is what we were, the people that work. And we went to all these different organizations. We went to Washington, D.C. We spoke at different places. Well, I spoke at Congress, and in these places that were very important places. And we worked very hard as just being Native people, trying to change what we were doing. And what we were doing was trying to be Indian people. And that's a hard thing to do, to be an Indian person in a world like this. It's very difficult. And to be like that, you work the best way you can. And that's what we did. The Poor People's Campaign, we had, Jesse Jackson, all of these folks, we knew all these people. And they helped us. We worked together. We tried to work together. And this was one of the first times, I think, that poor people, Native people, and all these folks tried to get together. And this is after Martin Luther King was passed away. And this is after a lot of things have happened. And this is when Bobby Kennedy passed away. I mean, this is when terrible things were going on. Terrible things were going on. But beautiful things happen out of all of this. That's what I'm feeling. I'm still here. That's another thing. I'm 83 years old and I'm still here and I can still talk and I'm still alive. At 83, I know that's probably not old to a lot of people, but to me, that's really, I've gone a long way. I've had a stroke. I almost died at one point 20 years ago. And here I am. For some reason, the Lord wanted me to keep going. And here I am. That's what I wanted to say at this point.
Wow. Well, it is a blessing, and we're blessed to have you, Victor. Thank you so much. Is there any in looking back at your experience in the civil rights history back then, and looking at so many issues today, do you think it's at all easier in some ways to be Native now, or is it just as hard, just in a different way, or have you seen progress in that, or you still think we have a long way to go, or both?
What I'm feeling is that we've tried to change things. We've tried to change things with the race issue. with the Black people and the Indians. And it seems like we talk a lot, but not much happens. There's lots of talk. And I'm really, really hoping that this time that the Black people, the Native people, all of us can get together, that we can get a common voice, that there's things that we can talk about. There's lots of things that we can talk about. And that's what we should be. There's common ground here. And that's what we should be talking about. All we're talking about now is all the differences. Let's talk about things that matter to us. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. My last question before we start to wrap up is, do both of you have any new projects or upcoming plays that you're working on or would like to work on, or any place that that we could follow you when you decide to do that?
Well, we have other plays that we're trying to get together.
Oh, wonderful!
And we're always working on something.
Great.
And we're thinking about, there's other plays that we're thinking about for sure. Even at 83, I'm still thinking.
Yeah. The world is absurd enough with enough content, right?
Yeah.
So we've got plenty of content now. And because we've known each other for so long, it's really easy to do work over the phone too. And any of that. So because of such a tight connection. So we're always on things. Vic would love to say and share the news that Vic is in the first Norton anthology of Native American poetry. One of his poems landed there, and Joy Harjo was one of the main editors, and it's a beautiful book. So if anybody Christmas wish list for anybody, it might be a good one.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
absolutely. Congratulations. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So Vic is an
I
active.
forgot all about that.
Yeah, right. COVID memory.
Yeah. Well, there's just so many things to talk about.
That's true. That's true. Well, Victor and Zan, I want to thank you again so much for blessing us with your work and your presence and your experiences, and I do hope we certainly all will stay in touch, and I hope collaborate again. So right before we close out, I would like to bring on my colleagues Tanis and Ty again as we get ready to close out this evening in our last Native Theater Thursday of the year.
I know. Sure. Thank you. Hi. Thank you so much, Victor and Zan. That was just incredible. My heart is so full from this evening, and all the wonderful actors, and Betsy, our fantastic director. We're so happy to have you back again. And our artists. The last Native Theater Thursday of the year, but there will be more. We will continue next year, and we are also going to bring back our Native Youth Acting Drama program, which we did a series of in November of this year, just last month. And Ryan and myself and Ty led some acting workshops for youth, and they performed live short plays that were written specifically for them. So we're going to do that again in January. We'll probably do another beginner session like that. It's usually over a series of like 5 weeks, once a week. And then we're going to do like a level 2 from the level that we did in November. So registration for those will be happening in early January. So stay tuned.
And please keep in mind that all this programming that AICH is doing, incredible programming, can only happen with your support. So please remember to go to www.aich.org /donate. And but before we sign off, I just want to say, in the play they mentioned miracles, and we have both a miracle in LA and miracle in New York City. And I must say, this Native Theater Thursdays here in 2020, with all the tribulations that this year has brought us, Native Theater Thursday has been a miracle, I think, here in New York City and across Turtle Island. So Anishi to AICH, to both Ty and Tanis, and to Yakawinahe, Oaks, and to Eagle Project and First Nations Theater Guild for helping to make it happen.
Ooh, thank you so much, Opalanya and miigwech to you. It's been so great collaborating with you and Tanis and Yagawihane at the community house. And listen, a big, huge shout out to all the artists tonight. So miigwech, Yawago, both visual, actors, writers. Thank you to all those seen and not seen here in the virtual world. And also big shout out to Betsy Theobald Richards for directing. It takes a leader to sort of get organized and get everyone together. So major shout out and thank you. This is important work, as we said. And it's just an honor to be here. And always remember, folks, if you are there, even inside your homes, to stay healthy, keep a healthy mind, a healthy heart, and keep physically healthy as well. And always remember to keep that sage burning against the machine. We'll see.